Mexico's cities are dense, chaotic, and impossibly walkable, and they feel worlds away from the highways and sprawl you would expect north of the border. This is not an accident. 5 centuries ago, the laws of the Indies forced city life into tight grids around crowded plazas, a rule book most US cities never had. Why did Mexico evolve an urban reality so fundamentally opposite to America's? And what does that difference actually look like today? In 1573, King Philip II issued the Laws of the Indies, a royal decree that shaped every Spanish colonial city in the Americas. The law required each new settlement to be built around a central plaza. No private homes allowed on the square, only public buildings like the cathedral and city council. Surveyors laid out streets in a strict grid, with blocks of equal size and widths designed to catch the breeze and avoid flooding. Mexico City, founded in 1521 atop the ruins of Tenochtitlan, became the blueprint for this order. The plaza, or Zocalo, anchored civic life, while surrounding blocks mixed homes, shops, and government offices. These rules didn't just suggest a city's shape, they mandated it, embedding social life and commerce into the very map. Over centuries, this legal template produced cities that grew dense, compact, and deeply public, patterns still visible in Mexico's urban core today. Side streets in Puebla today still follow the same grid laid out nearly 5 centuries ago. A modern geographic information system overlay of Puebla's historic center reveals that over 90% of the original block pattern remains intact. These blocks are compact and dense, typically just 100 to 150 meters per side, and each one still mixes homes, corner shops, and small businesses. The city's core maintains a population density of 15,000 to 20,000 people per square kilometer, rivaling the densest neighborhoods in the world. This density is not accidental. The original planning logic of short blocks, narrow streets, and proximity to the plaza makes it easy to walk from a bakery to a school or a market in a matter of minutes, even as new suburbs sprawl outward. The historic center's layout endures, shaping daily routines and supporting a vibrant street life. The past is not just visible, it is lived every day. The morning rush in Mexico City begins with a steady stream of people heading to bus stops and metro stations. For millions, public transit is not just an option, it is the backbone of daily life. The metro alone moves 4.5 million riders every day, weaving through the city's dense grid. Only about 40% of households own a car, and many choose not to drive, finding it faster to walk or use collective transport. A commuter describes her routine: 2 buses and the metro, about 45 minutes to the market. Owning a car would just slow her down. In these compact neighborhoods, errands, work, and school all fit within a few kilometers. Contrast this with Los Angeles, where the 1956 opening of the Harbor Freeway changed everything. Highways carved through neighborhoods, and the city grew around the car. For most Angelinos, the day starts and ends behind the wheel, with public transit rarely the first choice. In Mexico, the street is alive because people rely on it. In the US, the car shapes the city, and the sidewalk often stands empty. Vendors begin setting up stalls before sunrise, transforming entire blocks into open-air markets known as Tianguis. These markets are more than tradition. They are a force of urban life. In Mexico City alone, over 1,300 Tianguis employ more than 170,000 people, spilling onto sidewalks and side streets every day. The energy is constant. Fruit stacked in pyramids, shoes and cell phones lined up on tarps, the aroma of tamales drifting through the crowd. For many vendors, the market is both workplace and community. One woman selling fresh tortillas describes knowing every customer by name and trading gossip as much as goods. Organization runs deep. Most vendors belong to civil associations that collect daily fees and negotiate space with city officials. When Calle Madero, a major downtown street, was closed to cars and opened to pedestrians in 2012, foot traffic surged by 40%. The experiment showed what happens when streets are given back to people. commerce flourishes, and the city feels alive at every hour. On the hillsides of Iztapalapa, families add new rooms and staircases as their needs grow, shaping neighborhoods one brick at a time. These self-built homes rarely follow official plans, but they offer a foothold in the city for millions. In Nezahualcóyotl, what began as informal settlements now hosts piped water, paved streets, and electricity, all won through decades of community pressure. Across Mexico's cities, over half the urban workforce earns a living through informal jobs, selling food, fixing appliances, and working from home. Meanwhile, an aerial view of Phoenix reveals endless grids of single-family houses, each separated by wide roads and parking lots. There, strict zoning keeps work and home apart, and density rarely tops 1,200 people per square kilometer. In Mexico, adaptation is a survival strategy, and the city grows with its people. On a May night in 2021, Mexico City's Metro Line 12 collapsed, killing 26 people and leaving thousands stranded. As officials scrambled, neighborhood committees stepped in. Maria Hernandez, a longtime organizer in Iztapalapa, coordinated water trucks and solar lights for families cut off by the shutdown. While the city investigated, her network filled the gap, improvising transport, sharing information, and keeping streets safe until service returned. Urban choices shape how we live together. As cities worldwide struggle with isolation and sprawl, Mexico's street life offers one fact: density is not just history, it is a solution we still need.